Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tasha and Mama C's video. Today, we're going to talk about Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, man.
Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank y'all. And I am livid.
Me too.
I am livid. And I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into it. I'm not even gonna beat around the bush and talk about other people right now. But I am gonna talk about Brendan and Natasha and what's the girl name?
And Pepper. Brendan and Pepper.
Piper.
I called it Pepper.
Pepper. You know what? You can mess up a name if you want to. Trifling. Brendan.
I'm so mad at him.
As soon as Piper came in, his face lit up.
He lit up.
We see a whole new side of Brendan, and he was making Natasha feel like he's a laid back person. He wants to take it slow, but no. She walked right in with a date card and she didn't ask to talk to anybody else. And she said, Brendan, will you go on this date with me?
She ain't look at nobody else. She went straight to Brendan.
So they go on a date. And he is putting on a little act. And she calls him out on it, Piper. She calls him out on it. And I'm like, did y'all not plan this? I mean, obviously they planned this.
Right, of course.
But she was like, what's going on? And he's trying to play the game like, hey, I met somebody else, and I'm trying to show like I had feelings for her. And she's like, cut the shit.
Right.
Basically, she's like, cut the shit. This is not the Brendan who I knew before we got here. And so I'm like, oh, really?
Right.
And I said this before. I said when Piper come, Natasha is she's done.
But you know what gets me? I just can't believe that Natasha didn't pick up on something.
She did.
But she didn't follow what she was picking up on.
She was being too nice and she
exactly
giving him the
and making him feel too comfortable.
Exactly. She just made him feel comfortable because I don't know why, but she was doubting herself and allowed him to talk her into whatever he was saying.
Right.
And remember I said like 2 or 3 episodes ago, I said, Tasha, do not ignore the red flags. Send him home. Give that rose to Connor.
Right.
Or somebody else.
Right.
Because as soon as Piper gets here, you're done. And that's exactly what happened. Had her looking stupid.
Big time.
And I'm just like, oh, so we're not even going to pretend that Natasha has any feelings, okay?
Exactly. He just like totally ignored her. And the thing about it, Piper and Brennan had it planned.
Yeah.
But you had said that he wanted that rose so he can be there when Piper got there. So, so they can be famous. And did you hear him talk about their Instagram followers?
I did. No shame whatsoever. And Natasha, she ended up pulling Piper to the side first.
Right.
Because you can tell she's upset. She was upset as soon as Piper walked in.
Yeah.
And I think she thought Brendan would, show a little hesitation or whatever. Right. But he was trying to act like he was, but it didn't work out for him.
Well, you think he tried to show something? Because I didn't see him trying to show any at all, because
he was on the date with Piper.
The first date they went on.
I think he was trying to hide his excitement that I finally made it to Piper gets here. Yeah. And now I can get a free vacation.
Right, exactly.
Get paid.
Exactly.
Get clout.
Exactly.
And maybe get a free Neil Lane diamond ring so I can propose to this girl.
Exactly, because that was the plan.
So they
And
hustling.
to build their Instagram followers.
Right. It's clout. That's what clout
Right.
is.
Okay.
So Natasha pulls Piper to the side. Now everybody's flabbergasted, but Natasha pulls Piper to the side. They talk and she tries to get some information to make all this make sense.
Right.
Okay. Because as soon as Brendan and Piper came back from the date, they all over each other like this
over each
this
other.
isn't new. It feels like the relationship isn't new.
And it wasn't.
So she comes to Piper very respectful, asking questions, and none of the things that Brendan told Natasha matches what Piper told her.
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay, the least y'all could have did, y'all had everything else in order. The least y'all could have did is got y'all story straight. Apparently, they done been on 10 dates.
Right, because he told her 2, but
Right.
Piper said 10.
Then apparently she flew to Boston as well. And she was like, what? Now that doesn't sound like, oh, you're not in a relationship. 10 dates is a lot of dates.
Right. And that's what she told Piper. That's a lot of dates. That's not what he said. He said 2. Mm-hmm. And you're saying 10.
Right. So obviously the conversation wasn't going too far with Piper. She needed to get to the root of the issue, which was Brendan. So she talks to Brendan, and this is where I get upset. Like for real.
But can I pick it back? Because, it didn't look like Piper was trying to hide anything to me. She was just, really coming out and answering Natasha questions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So she goes to Brendan and asks him and tell him that things are not adding up. And then he starts gaslighting her. He gaslights her by saying basically she's crazy and she made up all this stuff in her head.
Right.
And I'm just like.
And then he didn't remember telling her that it was just 2 days.
I'm just like, oh. And I'm just like, but then the kicker was making it seem like she had no opportunities with anybody else.
Yes,
and that he did her a favor.
Right. I'm like, look, you hear this son of a gun?
That's when I got livid. And I was like, first of all, you're not about to try Natasha as if she's some basic little thing. Okay. That she couldn't get nobody else. That's what you're not about to do.
And she let him know that.
She was very nice. She was very respectful. And there are plenty guys that she could have spoke with. And see, this is the problem with putting all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as soon as she felt that he had those red flags and he had the roles, that was her opportunity.
That's true.
See what other guys were talking about.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
That's true.
She did not explore. I think she got caught up on his looks.
Yeah, she did. Because she kept talking about how handsome he is and charismatic he is and all this kind of stuff. But you're not looking at who he really is. You see the red flags, but you choose to ignore them.
Right. And I'm just like, okay.
I was livid.
So this is like both of the episodes into one. Mm-hmm. Because not only did Piper and Brendan come to paradise in a relationship, but so did Chris and Alana. Her they calling her Atlanta.
Oh, so for real?
I was like, is her name Atlanta or Elena? It's Atlanta.
It's Elena. Yeah.
Yeah. It sounded like Atlanta. That's how they was pronouncing it to me. Mm-hmm. Atlanta, Elena, whatever her name is.
Anyway,
them two are horrible actors. Horrible actors. So they throw a party where only a few of the people are invited.
They call VIP.
VIP. Okay.
VIP.
Right. And so then he sees Atlanta. Chris sees Atlanta, and he leaves Jessenia to go talk with her.
Okay.
And they then go off to kiss and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, Jessenia goes to find them, and she is horrified. And I was like, why is he treating Jessenia like this? And I was like, it didn't seem natural. He was like, he made the statement that he just seen her and he just couldn't help himself.
But
And
did you hear when he said he was waiting on her? He said he was waiting on her to come.
Okay.
He was looking, yeah, he knew she was coming. But go ahead.
And they kissing, but the acting from him and her just seems so phony. And Jessenia, she walks away and she eventually leaves.
But that's because she saw them kissing.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So some of the other people that were there at the party, they seen her leave, and when everybody gets home, they end up confronting Chris. And his acting is just so bad. Apparently, they go on a date too. Him and Alana, they go on a date, and it's weird. It just doesn't seem like, it seems like they're putting on an act. That's what it seems like to me.
What do you mean you said putting on an act?
Whatever they're doing, it seems like they're acting.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't seem like they're just being themselves. It seems like there is something it just seems like acting.
Okay.
So it seems like they knew each other before, but they're trying to act like they didn't.
Like they didn't. I agree. And they did. They did.
And Chris, before they went on a date, was like, I'm gonna go on a date with Alana, and I'm looking for love, and I don't care what anybody else says. And so I'm just like, it just seems weird.
And he's gonna follow his heart.
Right, he gonna follow his heart, and they're kissing, and it's just, I can't describe it. It's just phony.
Yeah, it was very phony.
So they get back, and the guys confront Chris. They confront him, and they're just like, y'all knew each other before, so why are you here? And Jessenia, people are backing her.
Right.
And she gets a little confidence to confront him as well.
Exactly.
And so they tell him that he needs to leave.
And
this
is the part.
Atlanta, she's acting like she feels some type of way, and it's like, oh, should I leave too? Because I'm here to find love. Like, girl, you know that you were there to see him.
Because when she first got there, she said she came for him.
And that's why the acting bad, because she go back and forth. She's acting surprised, like, now I'm not gonna have friends here, this, that, and the third. And so I'm like, okay. She's like, but now do I have to go too? And I was like, this is how bad the acting is. So they pack up, they leave, and he gets in the same car as her.
But back up a little bit, because she didn't want to leave. Remember, she didn't want to leave.
Because the whole point is to get a free vacation and fall in love. So
because he said, well, I want you to leave with me. And she was like, in so many words, but I don't want to leave with you.
No, she didn't want to leave, period.
Right. She didn't want to leave, period.
She wanted to be on vacation. She wanted to get paid. She wanted to get clout. Oh. And that's why they're there. They want to be on TV.
Gotcha.
And so they end up leaving. He tries to get in the car with her. And she's like,
fell out laughing.
Chris, this is my car. And he was like, oh, okay. Because he seen her. He knew.
Right. Yeah.
That's how I know they was acting. And she's still trying to act. And she's gonna carry on this little lie like, oh, we didn't come together and this, that, and the third. Because if that was the case, she should have stayed.
Right.
But she didn't.
Right. Because she knew if she stayed, she was not gonna be treated the way she wanted to be treated. Mm-hmm. So she knew, okay, let me just get the heck out of Dodge because I don't have no friends here.
Right.
They all mad at me. Mm-hmm. So it was no sense in her staying. So she did the right thing by leaving. But here's my thing. If you're saying you came for him, you came for him, but if you weren't acting, then you would have left with him because you said when you first got there, I know who I want and I'm coming to get who I want, and that's Chris. That's what you said when you got there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She couldn't keep the lie straight. But they did leave together. She was just putting on
separate cars, though.
Yeah, because she's still trying to put on the act as if they didn't try to come together. So that's all part of the act. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So here's my thing, though. Where was all this energy for Brendan?
I was going to say that because, and then even Natasha said, well, if they're doing this for them, why didn't they do that for Brendan? And but I think that's coming on the next episode.
Yeah, but Brendan did it first.
I agree, and he should have been gone because last time I'm like, well, where is Brendan? Is he gone? Is he still there? And then
that's what I said. I was because they weren't showing them as
they weren't exactly.
So
I'm like, well, where they at?
Yeah, and then once Chris got kicked out, they showed Brendan and Piper away from everybody, kind of scared.
Right.
Looking like, oh, are we gonna be next? But my thing is, y'all should have been first.
Yeah, they should have been first.
I was just like, where is that same energy?
I agree.
And I think Natasha felt some type of way too, because she actually said, she was like, does this sound familiar?
Right.
And that's what really upset me. And I was like, after the next episode, after I see what's happening, I think I'm going to be kind of done with this cast because the way they went to bat for Jessenia and not for Natasha. Because the thing is, Jessenia had a relationship with Ivan. She dropped Ivan like a hotcake for Chris.
Yes, she did. She sure did, like a hot potato.
And the difference between what was done with Natasha was with Brendan the whole time. She didn't try to talk to nobody else, and he led her on since the beginning. Now, Chris didn't do that. He led her on, but it's kind of like karma because that's the same thing that Jessenia did to Ivan.
Yeah. Now let's talk about, because Tammy did the same thing. Tammy and Thomas. Thomas is the one that everybody disliked.
Oh yeah.
Because he was with some chick that he got at the party.
Becca. He ended up going on a date with Becca. Now that Tammy's stupid though.
Because she dropped Aaron for Thomas. So now Thomas is with Becca.
But she allowed Becca. Becca came to her and was like, I don't want our friendship to be messed up, And my thing is, I would have been like, no, I don't care if we friends. I don't mess with him. And if she would have went, I would have been pissed. And I would have told Thomas too, don't you go.
But Thomas was going to go anyway, even if you told him not to go.
I know.
And Becca was doing that out of respect for her, but Becca was still going to go and ask him.
Right. See, the thing is, Thomas is a little weasel.
Yes,
Thomas is not here to find love, okay? Becca, she was the Bachelorette. So Thomas, he even said it on his season. that he was trying to be the Bachelor.
Of course, he had a motive.
He had another clout chaser, okay? And so I was just like, Tammy girl, you stupid. You should have stayed with Aaron. And now Aaron, who he talking to? Aaron.
He's talking to the new chick who came last. I think she was the host. I forgot her name. She's tall, dark hair.
Aaron.
I forgot her name. Because I think she came, she was a host after what's the guy? What's his name that left? The guy, David, was it David? The first host, the guy, what was his name? I think she came after he left.
Okay.
As a host. But anyway, yeah, so anyway. She gave, yeah, so I don't know.
I don't know either, but I was just like, Tammy.
But Tammy messed up because, like Aaron said, he said, well, she got what she deserved, and I don't feel sorry for her because I tried to tell her about Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to start believing what I tell them. It's not to be telling them that.
They're going to have to find
out. So she all
Mm-hmm.
crying and boo-hooing and want to go home because she see Thomas with this other chick. Yeah. But that's just karma because you dropped Aaron. Huh?
Thomas is for the streets.
Yeah, I mean, right, he is. And then she was all over Thomas, you know, just make it out in front of him, in front of Aaron with Thomas, and just all over him, you know, in front of Aaron. Yeah, very disrespectful.
Just disrespectful. But so, I don't know, Mom.
That's karma.
This show is a mess. So I guess we can go ahead and let me pull up my notes because I had some notes, but I really wanted to talk about what happened with Natasha and Brendan and why they didn't keep this same energy. But we can talk about the love square between Mari, Kenny, Demi, and Tia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look, Demi, she came in trying to start trouble, okay?
Exactly.
Now things aren't going her way.
Right.
She thought she can lock it in by going to the boom boom room. And see, this is real life because ladies, you cannot keep a man by opening your legs, okay?
Can I add to what you're saying too?
Of course.
Because that's all she has to offer. You ain't got nothing else to offer him. And so the last time she came, you want to go to the boom boom room? He's like, now?
He's like, I want to go to sleep.
Right.
I started dying laughing. she was grasping at straws. She was like, oh, she got worried and she was like, oh, well, all I got to offer is, you know, the boom boom room. So you want to go to the boom boom room?
Right.
He was like, you know, like you said, now he was like, now I want to go to sleep. Ma, I fell out laughing. And to see her face,
oh my gosh,
was hilarious.
And did you see how she did her hair, putting her hair in her face? And I can't take this. She is crazy.
But she is crazy because my thing is, don't be like this now. You came to start trouble. Stuff not the way you wanted to, and now you're acting like this. You supposed to be a badass.
She ain't that badass, but she feel like burning up the beach, set the beach on fire.
It's like, okay, Demi, just go find somebody else. I mean, you didn't go about it the right way.
Who else gonna get with her? Anybody else gonna get with her?
I mean, I'm pretty sure some guys are coming next week.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, she can attach her little self to somebody else. So
you think they're gonna give out the rose before the other guys come? The men gonna give out the rose before the other guys come? Who got the rose this time? The women or the men?
I think I'm trying to think.
Because the last time were the women, right?
Maybe it's the men who have the roses this time.
So if they got the rose and if they give them out before the new men come, she might be going home.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Because Mari and Kenny are talking about getting back together, working things out.
He really did like her.
He still like her. He said it's something about her that he really likes that nobody else has. So I think they're gonna try and work it out.
Yeah.
So Demi gonna be SOL.
Yep.
If she don't get that rose, because you know she's trying to stay and get that rose.
Yeah. So the next couple is Kendall, Joe, and Serena.
Kendall. Oh yeah.
She came back for Joe.
Yes, she did.
Now they got together on a few Bachelor in Paradise a few seasons ago. They were together for 2 years and it didn't work out because he wanted to move to Chicago and she didn't want to move. He wanted her to at least try to move to Chicago.
Right.
She was like, no, I want to stay in LA. And so that's why they broke up.
But she also said to him too that she wasn't gonna leave LA for a man.
Yeah.
And he said that I should be more than a man.
That's right.
So now you want to come and try and get him back after you're saying it didn't work because of logistics?
Right. No. And it's like this is bad timing for Serena. And I think it's kind of BS that Kendall gets another chance to try to rekindle it with Joe on vacation.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you need paradise to be happy in a relationship? You know what I mean?
Well, I hope Joe don't give her a second chance, because if he do that, then he's going to mess up what he and Serena has. And even though he told her, you're my first priority, and he's not sure if he still loves Kendall. But now if you go mess that up after you've seen what these other two guys have done,
yeah. I mean, there's all types of bad decisions being made in paradise. You know,
all kind of bad decisions.
That's why I was like, I see why a lot of y'all single, because
the only somebody who is legitimate and making good decisions are Raleigh, because Raleigh said to whoever just left when he said you need to leave, Chris. He's not a man of honor, Chris. You know, and if you're gonna do that, then you don't need to be with nobody. So I think he's really sincere, and his reasons for being there is legitimate.
Yeah, Riley and Marissa, they together.
Yeah.
And bless her heart, she was crying because she was thinking that Riley was maybe meeting somebody else. But I was like, Riley is not like these other guys.
Yeah, but she wasn't sure, and so she was upset because her mind's all over the place. She's not sure what to think about because of what she's seen there.
Yeah.
You know, like you say.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I guess like you were saying, you can't take anything for granted because you don't never know what a person's gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Especially with the type of men that are there. But she got a good one. I think Marissa, she hasn't dated too much in the past.
She said that.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so I think she'll realize that she got a good one and she doesn't have to worry. But all the other girls, Noah's a good one too.
Yeah, Noah's a good one too. He and who is he with? What's her name? Abigail.
Yeah, he's with
he said he's not looking for nobody else. It's strictly him and Abigail.
Yeah. And so yeah. So unfortunately, I think next week Natasha might be going home. I really hate that she didn't send Brendan home when she had the chance.
Yeah. Is Connor still there?
No, Connor is gone.
Oh, that's right, Connor gone. Dang.
I wanted to cry when he left.
I know, me too. Dang.
He deserves so much better. But a lot of people were saying, because I'm not gonna say his name.
Right.
But he was watching with me last night.
Okay.
He was just saying that maybe Natasha should be the next Bachelorette.
Oh no, they show who the next Bachelorette is.
After her.
Oh yeah, and she just might be.
Yeah.
She just might be.
She deserves so much better than that.
She does.
You know, so I'm waiting to see what happens next episode. I was livid. Brendan has a lot of nerve to make it seem like Natasha has no options. like she just some ugly thing that nobody wants.
I was like, the nerve of him. And like she told him, I could have talked to other guys other than you, but I chose to stick with you.
Right.
You know, and the fact of him to say that, trying to belittle her. But man, why you say that?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. And I don't know. So we just have to wait to the next episode and see how this is. But I'm just mad that everybody didn't go to bat for Natasha like they did for Jessenia, and they needed like little pushing to go ahead and get Brendan out or to defend Natasha. Like I'm not happy with it, and I'm about to like wash my hand of this whole cast.
Yeah, I am too, because if they don't send him and Piper home on this next episode,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be done too, because they talked about Piper and Brennan, you know, about their motives and that they knew each other before they got there.
And they just
So
let
why,
it slide.
yeah, they let it slide. So why would you not send him and Piper home first?
Exactly.
What's up with that?
Exactly. So, guys, you let us know what you think about this in the comment section down below. And yeah, we'll see you in our next video. And our next video might be the very last recap and review we do of this season of Bachelor in Paradise, because I'm about to wash my hand of this entire cast.
Yeah, it's a bit much. It's really a bit much.
So thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Be safe.
Ta-ta.
Bye. Ta-ta.